Ladies and gentlemen, it's day five. I still have Charlie here. We have survived. We see your comments. Again, I'm still neutral. I'm a neutral pundit. If you think I'm lying, go back to my previous predictions. I've always been right. So I've always been neutral. I am neutral. And we're going to group E. I think this is going to be the easiest group to predict. There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's nothing. There's nothing in this group. Not, I said nothing. Look at my eyes, nothing. This group will pan out the way we are predicting it. So buckle up. Let's share the group. Let's see the group. This is group E. Charlie, when you look at this group, what do you see?
All right. The seeded team in this group is New York Eagles,
Yes.
but the upset that I have here is I think Atlanta is going to win this group.
Hmm.
Um,
Why do you say
Atlanta,
that?
Atlanta, in 2021 when they hosted, they had two teams. Their main team won the tournament, and then their second team was a bunch of young academy guys that were actually not bad at all. That was in 2021. That was 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Information coming to me is that a lot of the guys who won that tournament for them in Atlanta are transitioning to the over 40 team. They're old enough now to play over 40, and a lot of those young guys are coming up. I watched in 2022, the team they came with to Austin was not that great. But in 2023, the team they came with to Chicago was actually a very, very, very solid team. They were just unlucky in the quarterfinal game against Dallas. The controversial game against Dallas, they were very unlucky. If they had gotten through that game, they would have made it to the finals as well. So I was thinking that they will be back with a vengeance the year after that, but the unfortunate incidents that occurred after that game prevented that. We are glad that they are back in the tournament now, and I'm expecting a continuation of that performance in Chicago along with some of the other younger players that they are now incorporating into the team to allow for those over 40 guys to transition to the over 40 team. So I think it's going to be Atlanta that wins this group. New
Mm.
York will also qualify. Don't get me wrong. New York will also qualify. New York has that pedigree. They had a very good outing last year in Maryland, and they were unfortunate to be eliminated by Houston Green Eagles via penalty shootout. So I think they have enough here to get past Elephants and BAAFC. So I think those are the two teams that will make it out. Dallas Elephants is an Ivorian team, a huge part of the Ivorian community in Dallas area. They have a pretty solid team. This will be their debut in NSF USA. I don't think they have enough wherewithal to withstand the rigors of this type of tournament, just like we have said about other teams. I think they will be a healthy participant. They are going to give a game to New York. They're going to give a game to Atlanta, but they're not going to win. But they will be third in this group because they are going to defeat BAFC. Um, Ibrahim and the crew for BAFC. Just like Nimi always says, I'm looking in the camera and I'm telling you guys right now, your performances have not been good enough. And now that you've had that split in your team, I think it's actually going to get worse unless there's an ace up your sleeve that you guys are going to try to pull out this year. If that is no day, nothing for now. But here's one thing that I will guarantee you that didn't happen last year. You are going to play all your three games this year. All your three games will be played this year because two of those games are against perennial powerhouses, and the third game is against a home team. You are going to play all your games, okay? But it's just not no. Whether you play your games or you don't play your games, I'm predicting you right now that you are going to be last in this group, unless you guys come with something totally out of this world that will blow us away. Because the team one I don't show recently has not been good enough. So I don't expect anything about other than they'll be guaranteed that all their three games will happen this year.
Oh, wow, wow. That was a skating remark on BAFC, but I'll take it easy. I think to me, this was a group that between Atlanta and New York, I know this year Atlanta is coming with firepower. I know they are prepared. Last year, they did not come to that dance. The team touched them, it pained them. They are
Mm-hmm.
coming now. They want to stop. Their goal is not even on this group. Their goal is to stop Calling Stars from a four-peat. I think, just as you said, New York will be New York. They will come in, but I doubt they will have enough to get out of this group. But they will be a quarterfinalistic team. Atlanta will, I think I agree with you. Atlanta will top this group.
Yep.
New York Eagles will finish second in this group with about 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dallas Elephants, I'm sorry, this is a tournament. There will be too much firepower for these Ivorians and the Dallas Elephants team. They wouldn't, come out of this group in any form, any way. And BAFC, we predicted last year that between BAFC and I think Miami, these were going to be the two teams that were going to be the whipping boys.
Yeah.
And it came back to what we said, BFC, Choo. I think since the split with Ogbe and his crew, Pan Afrique, it hasn't been the same. BFC will struggle again. I don't see BFC
It's
even
just unfortunate because I still remember the first time I saw these guys put together a performance in Atlanta in 2021. I was like, golly,
very good team.
where are
Very
these
good
guys
team.
from, man? I said,
BFC,
wow.
BFC was a very, very solid team. When you see BFC, you know that this team,
Mm-hmm.
well, this is what happens, man. Management, and when there's there's no cohesion. Everybody wants power. Everybody wants to,
Well,
take this, do.
we can't really speak
I
on
know,
what
but
happened.
but I know I can't speak for what happened, but it will not. This is Nigeria. It will not be. It will relate to power. That's what it is, and we're hoping BFC because BFC even in Chicago. They were a formidable
They
team in
were
Chicago.
good. They were
Very
good in
the
Chicago.
the only problem they had in Chicago was the group they entered. They entered
Yes.
Invisible and Calling FC, and I've
Yes.
forgotten who was the last team on that group. But with
Schomburg. It was Schomburg.
the
That
that we should not even mention
was
that team.
that group. They used spray gun. They wire Schomburg for that group.
After that group tournament, Schomburg, as you knew, it was not the Schomburg we have to take. And they packed their bags and they said, we're going to about 40. This is stuff for us.
It was a baptism of fire, and that goes back to the comments that we have been making to about when we are trying to rate these teams. It's like this tournament is not easy, man. If it's your first time in here, it go the way they go take knock you sometimes. You yourself, you go shake unless your team just okay. Like we use Calling Stars as an example. For it was their first time as Calling Stars when they won, but they had players who were veterans of the tournament, who had played in the tournament for other teams, and they had experience as well. If you come to this tournament as a first timer and as a young team, your eye go clear. The way they go take wire you, your eye go clear. If you think that what they do for any of your local tournaments, it's not the same. This thing is on a completely different level. I'm here. And hell, I still remember, I've taken as a coach when I was a coach in my past life, I've taken young teams to this tournament twice, and I got baptism of fire with them. In Miami during the hurricane in 2016, I lost all my group games. In Boston, no, in Miami, I won one group game, but Zico first gave me 4-0 in the
Mm,
very first game that I played. First used 4-0 to buff
4-0.
me, you know.
Welcome, welcome.
Well, it gave me 4-0 as welcome. The next game was against Houston, and then the last game we were able to get so we were able to get some points against a local Miami team at the time. But still, it was a very tough couple of games, and it was very rough out there. Once you don't know what you are expecting, those things where the goals go, they flash enter your goal post. You yourself, where they bench, be confused small. So the experience, but the thing is, once you come once or twice, you now know the level of players that is needed to compete. That's why I'm baffled when some of the teams come with the players that they come with. I'm like, why are you acting like you haven't been here before?
Yeah.
If yeah, like what it takes to put a competitive team together, so that make it difficult for us to say if you are going to be the whipping boy or not. So BAFC, you guys, come on, man. You can do it. Go to that Bay Area, get some great guys to come and play for you this year. Start training with them right now. Let them be ready to play. Otherwise, now last one will carry you.
I have bad news. BAFC, Bay Area, Ogbe with his one leg has packed all the net and collected all the players.
Now only those 10 players, 15 players, they that area. You know,
Yeah,
those
so on this group we all agree Atlanta, New York, Dallas, BAFC. So going all in all, Charlie, your prediction is Chicago, the eight
yeah,
teams calling, Invincible, Bendel, DG Storm, Atlanta, New York.
that's correct.
In all, who do you think is going to be the number one seed based on the group heads?
You have to say Calling Stars because they are the only ones that we have predicted that they are going to walk through their group. The only way that they don't do that is if they start being complacent. I still remember them being complacent in Chicago
Chicago.
in their first game, and they almost lost to Indigo. If they're not complacent, if they focus on handling business, they are going to be the overall one seed.
One seed to
Um,
play number eight. Who's going to be your number eight?
it'll be Storm FC.
Oof. And they'll be storming out again.
Yeah,
That
it'll
will
be
be
calling.
that. Colin versus Storm. Who's going to be your number
Yeah.
two seed?
My number two seed, if everything goes, will be DG,
So
Dallas Golden
DG,
Eagles.
who is going
Yeah.
to be your number seven?
My number seven seed will be Bendel.
So Dallas Bendel. Who is going to be your
Hmm.
number three?
My number three seed will probably be, oh, who will I pick as number
So
three?
on the list we have on the list left we have we have Chicago, we
It'll
have
be
Invincible.
Atlanta. My number three will be Atlanta.
Atlanta will be number three. Who's going to be
Hmm.
your number six?
My number six will be the other second place team. Yeah, so Atlanta may end up facing New York in the quarterfinal
Again,
because,
again,
hmm
again. And you have Chicago going against Invisible Eagles.
yep.
Oh man, I think your predictions are out of this world. I think for me, the number one, hold on, let me see. Number one team for me will be overall number one will be Colin. And overall number eight, I think will be, you're right. It's gonna be Colin is gonna play Storm FC. Um, I think number two is gonna be, I think Invisible Eagles will be number two.
Okay,
Invisible Eagles will go against a number seven, which will be, I think New York will come out as, no, I think New York will come out as number seven.
okay,
And I think number three will be DGE. DG will go against Bendel, number six. Why number four? I would have Gamtex against Atlanta.
okay.
So that's my prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your prediction before the tournament starts? We're working on an app that you could predict too. You can predict, and if you predict well, you can win as much as we wouldn't give it up, but you can win some money, prize money, if you
Give
could
us your
predict
give
it.
us your top five group winners and the three
The,
best second place.
the top five group winners. Oh, you mean in the predictions?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. They should give us their top five
Top
group
five,
winners and three best second
three
place.
second best second place, and you
Yeah.
stand a chance of winning cash money. No be come see, come chop. You stand a chance of winning cash money. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one. Thank you. I've been hearing over 40s testing me. How you guys gonna do our over 40 on over
Mona
40,
go play
please?
ball.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go play
I know they for
ball.
over 40.
Yeah,
Oh.
over 40, please. This is
Mm-mm.
the beer palo pepper soup players. Go
Uh-huh.
relax, just play your
In
ball.
fact, we need
Just
to get competition for over 40. Who drink the most beer? There needs to be a prize for that. Ah,
yeah.
ah.
So over 40, please. This is not for you guys, man. Go play your ball and enjoy yourself. The only thing I would say over 40, New York, New York, Emeka and Co. Please don't come and repeat what you repeated last year.
Watch out for Atlanta over 40.
Atlanta, yeah, Atlanta over 40 be good. Colorado,
Col-
don't go and do Colos and come again and do what you did last year in Maryland. Please, what's the name of their best player? Is he MVP or what? What's his
CJ.
name? CJ, please. CJ, don't spoil ball and ask players to move. Please, CJ, come back. Colorado, New York, please over
Oh
40.
gosh.
Do what you gotta do, man. And let's get
Mm.
this going. Thank you very much, Charlie. See
All
you
right. In
in
October.
McKinney. Thank
Yeah,
you. Bye
man.
bye.
All right. Bye.